Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about a little bit of a follow-up on the previous video where I mentioned how to create flawless AI agents within under 10 minutes basically. And this time I want to show you how you can build flawless e-commerce agents within just a few minutes. So the way that you can do this is by connecting an MCP server that is based on a specific web shop towards your AI agent. And the way to do that inside of UChat is really simple. So I am going to connect an MCP server from OpenAI that will allow me to connect basically any store with just the Shopify store URL, right? So the way to do that is if we go towards the AI hub and go towards MCP servers, you will see I don't have any server whatsoever just yet, okay? So what do we need here? First, we need a name. So we could say Shopify MCP server. Let's call it like this. Then we need the URL, okay? Let's first go towards my store and I'm going to grab my store URL. That's one. So I'm just going to copy this and then I'm going over to OpenAI. So if you go towards platform.openai.com, you will come to a similar overview. You can go towards the chat here. And what you will need to do is you will need to go here. So add tools, add MCP server. And from here, you can go with the Shopify option. So what I will need to do here is I need to have my front end Shopify URL. So the Shopify store that you see here, you just grab the URL, okay? You don't need any authentication. So what this does, if I'm going to paste this in, then I'm going to say connect. It will take a little bit of time. There we go. You will see that I get access to quite a lot of tools for not even connecting to the back end of Shopify itself. So what I can do, I can search the catalog, I can get cart details, I can update the cart itself. I can also search for shop policies and FAQs if I have them added towards the store. And then I also have get product details. So with that in mind, the only thing that I need to do right now is to copy this URL that OpenAI just created for me. So if I go back towards UChat and I'm going to just provide this URL and I'm going to say list tools, I should get the exact same tools already as you can see here, right? So the search shop catalog, get cart, update cart, and search the shop policies and FAQs plus get the product details. So what I want to do is I want to select all of them to be able to have the most benefit of this MCP server. Now note that I cannot do anything like get order statuses with this because I'm just connecting to a Shopify storefront, right? It's not connecting to the backend using client ID, client secrets and stuff like that. For that, there might be other Shopify MCP servers, but I just want to show you how you can quickly basically create such an e-commerce based AI agent. And for most use cases, this is already proficient, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to create a new AI agent. So let's say this will be a Shopify MCP store assistant, right? I'm going to give it a description. So let's say for the description purposes, I'm going to go with something like, so I think this is a good description, and based on this description, I'm just going to say generate the agent prompt. I'm not going to write anything myself. I just want to see if this alone will be enough, right? So within just a few seconds, we will see the persona and role being filled, the skill section, and maybe also some other sections like constraints. And that is all being done for us. And as you can see, just out of the bat, we already have this. So pretty cool. So I'm not going to change anything about this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the model to OpenAI responses. And then from here, I'm going to select the model GPT 4.1. because that's the model that you need, at least as a bare minimum, to get access to workable tools. So under the tools section, you will now see that I can select my Shopify MCP server. So if I'm going to select that, that means that this AI agent is now able to use this MCP server to answer any business related question or store product related questions. And that's all I'm going to do. So for the parameters, what I'm going to add is I'm going to use the preset of precise, and I'm going to increase the max tokens, because using an MCP server requires a little bit more token usage. So let's say I'm going to set this to 3000 tokens. I think that's enough. I'm not going to go in any advanced mode. I'm going to use this as is, nothing else. So with that in mind, the only thing that I need to do, and although it's a flowless AI agent, I still need to be able to trigger it, right? So I do need to create one flow with one node to connect towards that AI agent, and that's it. So let's say this will be the Shopify store assistant agent. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Let's go and create. And then from here, we just add that single node, and that single node will contain the AI agent, and we're going to select this AI agent. So let's go with this one, which we just created. And we are not going to change anything. This is it. We're not going to build any other flows. We're not going to build functions. We're not going to do anything. I want to see how good this can be, right? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to delete all the bot users. I only have one, so that's convenient. Let's delete this. Let's go back and let's preview this. Let's see how the AI agent is able to react on its own with just the MCP server connected. So I'm going to preview this. And let's see how good this AI agent is right out of the bat, right? So let's make this a little bit larger. There we go. And let's see if we get any kind of reaction. So as you can see here, hello, how can I help you? Are you looking for something specific or just browsing? Hi, wanted to know if you have any. So let's take a look at the store actually. Well, we have only 2 products. So let's say, do you have any jeans, right? If you have any jeans available. So let's go with that. And let's see if it is able to recognize this specific gene. So we have this gene for this pricing. So let's see if we can get it. As you can see, right out of the bat, it fetches the product, it searches through the product catalog and retrieves a specific section, a specific product. How cool is that, right? So would you like to know more details about these genes, or are you interested in adding them to your cart? So let's first see if there are any specifics. There are no specifics. This is just a demo store. But if there are specifics, you can also ask what kind of material is this made, and then the MCP server will be able to react to that. So let's say add one to my cart, please. So let's do that. And then once it's added the product to the cart, I'm going to ask to checkout. And let's see if it can also provide a checkout link. So would you like to anything else? Checkout, please. There we go. So if all goes well, I should receive a checkout link. And if I do that, so let's see, it looks like there was an issue adding the jeans to your cart. Apologies for the inconvenience. The product variant might be unavailable or out of stock at the moment. So let's take a look if that is the case. So let's go back. I don't think that's the case. So let's ask it again. And as you can see, now it does work. So let's see if we do get a checkout. And sometimes it can be a little bit finicky, or there's something inside the prompting that does not go really well. But let's see if this checkout link actually works. If it goes towards the checkout store with that product attached. And you can see, just like that, we can now check out on Shopify. So without connecting towards a backend of a Shopify store. You only need the store URL, and you can basically create any kind of flowless e-commerce based setup, e-commerce based AI agent within just a few minutes. So how cool is that? That it can search through the product catalog, it can advise products, it can also add them towards the cart and provide checkout links just like that. So with this video, I just want to show you how easy it can be to create AI agents, not only for your own business, but maybe you want to focus on an e-commerce sector and provide some more additional services for your e-commerce clients. You can add this widget, for example, towards your Shopify store, where customers can just ask simple questions about products, can get product recommendations, can get cart details, add to cart, and then at the end, check out just like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, do consider dropping a like because it will help me reach more people and let them discover the power of AI agents, which are incredibly easy to make nowadays, especially with the UChat platform. Have a great day, take care, and I will talk to you really, really soon.